Oh, I didn't put the music on, did I? Hello! Cool, sorry I was a little bit late. I've been running around all day. Hope you're all well. Well, I'm here now. So let's do this. It's good to see that you've all been chatting in the chat. Let's do some hellos. Then I'll tell you what we're going to be doing tonight. I am on the right mic, aren't I? I think so. Anyway, yeah, let's do some hellos. Hello, who's in first? Helen. Very keen. In an hour and 10 minutes early by the look of it. Very impressive. Hello R7. Hello Carl. Hello Mark. Hello Barris. Hello Brian. Hello Visit Retro Shop. Hello Lynn. You didn't need to rush home from a work do to watch me on the internet. I'm sure the work do was much more fun. Hello Carl again. I see you've been asking for 12 thumbs up. Didn't quite manage it. 10 thumbs up is still good though. Jeremy Jacobs, good to see you. Hello Jason. Hello Scott. I haven't already said that, have I? Hello Devan. Hello Stephanie. Is that everyone? If I've forgotten or missed you, then just shout and I'll do my best to say hello. So tonight I've got a few websites to review as usual. Just have a quick drink. Yeah, going to do some site reviews. And obviously answer your questions and we can just chat about stuff. In terms of my website, bestroofbox.com, there's not much to report. It's just stagnating a little bit at the moment. I don't know really what's going on there. It's just kind of bobbing along and yeah, not doing much. So yeah, no real earnings. I'm still kind of recovering from those refunds. Traffic is bobbing along, not going up or down. I'm still adding content. I put an article up yesterday. And, well, you know, you just have to be patient sometimes with affiliate sites. That's just the way it goes. In terms of your question there, how many articles do you need to rank a new site? BestRoofBox.com started ranking with only 10 or 12, maybe 15 articles. I'm going to say 20 is probably a good place to start. But 10 might be fine. The more the better. Obviously it's all going to depend on things like the competition, on your keywords, your niche, and all that kind of stuff. It's going to have a big effect on how quickly you're going to rank. Hello Anthony, good to see you. We'll have to arrange a chat. As I said, sorry, Friday is not a good day for me, Anthony, but we can talk next week if you've got some time. I do have a Facebook group. I'm sure Helen will post a link, but I'll see if I can find a link right now for you guys. Definitely come and join us in the group. Here we go. There's a link there. Barris says, Alex, did you ever try content spinners? I've tried all sorts of content spinners. I wouldn't recommend them. The only content spinner that I have used is the one that's built into WooZone to spin some of the products as they come in from Amazon. But in general, I don't think content spinners are a thing that you should be using nowadays. They're a thing of the past. You should just be writing some good content. Keep the questions coming, they're good. Yeah, we've got 2 links up there. Word AI or Word Allo. I've never used that. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend them. Just write some good content and then you'll be fine rather than wasting time spinning stuff. Helen says she's used them and they're rather hard work. Yeah, probably because the text and content they churn out is generally pretty unreadable normally. So I've got a couple of... I really need to stop that kind of smacking noise that I make when I talk. It's in my video as well, isn't it? It's quite annoying that. Well. I've been editing a lot today. Regarding the videos, there's not been any videos this week. I do apologise. I did it again then. The swim signs video is nearly edited. Nearly. I was getting so close and then I realised that I'd forgotten to record a bit. Not very exciting, but a bit about editing the About Us page. So I thought I really should do that. So that's added a bit more time and I did it again. That lip smack. You could remind me when I do that and tell me not to. That'd be good. Yeah, so that should be up this week. I know I said it'd be early this week, last week, but yeah, I want to make sure that it's right. When you're putting out a 2-hour video or whatever, you want to make sure it's right, and you do have to edit it and you do have to watch it a couple of times to make sure that it's all right. So it's very time consuming, but yeah, I think it'll be good. The site, I'm really pleased with the site, so I'm intrigued what's going to happen with it. That one I am going to take a slightly different approach. I'm going to see if I can make money out of it without going too mad on the content. It does have 5 articles on it already, but I'm just going to grab hold of a couple of links from a few places and just kind of leave it and see if you can just make a WooZone site and build a couple of links and leave it and earn some money. So we'll see. It'll be good. Interesting test. Retro setup.com says writing it's easier day by day and just did a 3,900 word post today. Wow, that's very impressive. Pete, you sent me an email and I never replied. Oh, I do apologise. I'm just going to quickly search my email now and see if I can see you in there. I don't see any emails. Oh, did you send it via my website? I'm having a few issues with the emails coming from my website at the moment. So if you did that, let me just have a quick look. Did you do that? No, I don't see it. There's a lot of spam in my form. Whoa, I need to get my email working on my website. There's tons of stuff in here. Phil, help me. It's fine. We'll work it out, me and Phil. Anyway, that's my problem. So sorry, yeah, Pete, I didn't see your email. You're asking what's the benefit of my content writing service compared to general online writing services you have mentioned previously. Well, obviously the main benefit is you deal with me. I don't know whether that's a benefit actually or not. Some of my existing customers they've been very forgiving with me. I think Anthony has purchased content from myself, and so has R7. They're both customers on the content service. But yeah, the benefit is that you get to deal with me, so I can talk to you and help you out with your content ideas. I've got a great team of writers that are UK and US, and they do tend to go the extra mile and often deliver more words than you ordered and a better quality article than you ordered. And we kind of follow some strict procedures when it comes to writing articles, following like recommendations like Income School's Guide and a few other kind of ways of putting together articles. I will say that the article writing service is still in its infancy, and I am still tweaking it and finding its, kind of find its feet. But the feedback I've got from my customers is that the articles are of a very high quality and they're really good. But of course, feel free to go and try Texton. They're also good as well. R7 says, can you capture a Facebook video and put it in your YouTube video if you give the correct credits? Possibly. It depends on the video, I guess. Alex, good to see you. Good name, by the way, Alex George. You came from Doug Cunnington. Haven't spoke to Doug for a while. I hope he's well. Barrett says, you're going to make a Woozone video. That's the one I'm just talking about. I say it's nearly edited. I have made it. It's literally, you know, about to go out the door. And then I kind of have to craft a massive blog post to go with it, with all the details, and upload all the Elementor templates. And because it's using Elementor, it is there. I am trying so hard to get it out this week. I had a few other things kind of interrupt me. I had a friend come over from America. So, you know, I don't see him very often. We had to go to the pub. That makes you a little bit less productive than maybe you should be. So there was a few interruptions that have slowed me down, but the video is imminent. I promise it is very imminent. Pete, I do apologise I didn't get your message. But I will have to go through my contact form and have a look. There's loads of entries in there. Oh man, that's a job for another day. I don't know how long the email's not been working from my site. Looking at it a little while. Ooh, so if you want to contact me, the best is the email address up there rather than sending a message through my form. Should we do some site reviews then? Phil, you missed that topic. I'm just saying the form on WP Eagle and basically emails from WP Eagle haven't been working. It's not Phil's fault, by the way. It's my other email provider. Their SMTP server's been screwed. But I need to switch it to something else basically and fix it. Mariam says, hi Alex, how do you do your keyword research? I use Google mainly. It's the alphabet soup method, I think it's called. Just going onto Google, typing in things and coming up with content ideas. That way, in fact, let's get on the computer, I'll show you. Because we're going to do some site reviews anyway. And, you know, we've been streaming for nearly 20 minutes and I've not done any transitions. So, let me do that. If I can just find the right buttons, we'll be fine. Here we go. Transition. Oh, my window's not quite big enough. Is that better? There we go. Don't know why I'm looking at my own YouTube channel. That's a bit sad, isn't it? Yeah, Pete, a postcard is probably more reliable. So, keyword research. So, yeah, just head over to Google. Preferably the Google for the country that you're targeting. And probably it's best if you're logged out or you at least use an incognito tab. That way you'll get results that are actually real rather than customized. Pardon me, too much tea. Rather than customized results. So head over to Google. I wonder what should we research? Let's have a think. Well, let's do roof boxes or swimming pool signs, because that's my new site. It's swimming pool signs. So you might go swimming. That is some great typing right there. Swimming pool signs. For dogs, for babies. Okay, let's just do swimming pool signs A. So now we got some keyword research ideas. So antique swimming pool signs. I mean, I don't actually have any antique swimming pool signs, but I've got some retro looking type signs on Amazon available. So that could be an idea for an article. Could be antique swimming pool signs, or you know, you just kind of tweak that maybe a little bit so that it kind of matches the antique looking swimming pool signs. That might be one. Anyway, B. No, that's not really coming up. You really want to, when it does that, that's not very useful. You want the whole phrase to be appearing. Now, swimming pool chemical signs. interesting. Swimming pool close signs. Swimming pool caution signs. So these are all some great keywords. I mean, swimming pool signs actually in the UK is not going to be a big thing, which is because we don't have many swimming pools. Because it's too blooming cold. So that's why I'm doing a US targeted site for this one. But you know, if it was roof boxes, you go roof box, and then you go A, accessories and fitting and bike rack. Alternatives, Audi A3, B, and you can even expand it more. Roof box 4A. Look at all them. There's a whole host of article ideas for my site right there. Each one of them could be an article. So these are all your keyword ideas right here. And you just go for the alphabet. B, BMW, C, D, E. These are all keywords. Great keywords. Now you can also install a, let me just go back to my normal window. You can install the Keywords Everywhere plugin, which is for Chrome. It's called Keywords Everywhere. And that gives you some more keyword ideas there. If you're looking to create some response posts, I did open an incognito browser window, Alex, Anthony even. Yeah, if you want to do some response posts, so answer people's questions, and I do recommend Answer the Public. So for that, you could type in, thank you. I've got the pro plan, by the way. I've treated myself. Roofbox, and then it gives you a whole load of questions. Hello, Josh. Good to have you on. Hello, good to see you. I'm glad you found me from my video. This gives you some great ideas for response posts. So that's when you're answering someone's question. You don't have to have it in a nice picture. You can have it in as a list. Can a roof box go on any car? Can a roof box be too big? These are all great, again, great article ideas. Don't worry too much about these volume numbers. These are generated by Keywords Everywhere. And I don't really take much notice to them. So yeah, that's the keyword research. Any questions on that? Alex George says, my site's been up 11 weeks. I've made 3 Amazon sales within the last 2 weeks. I've got 60 plus keywords in 10 to 50 positions. Nothing in the top 10 yet. Is this good progress? It sounds like good progress. I think a lot of the time we don't give enough time to our sites. We think everything's going to be happening really quickly, and I think that maybe happened a little bit with Best Roof Box. I got very excited, and if you follow my playlist, Alex George, I don't know if you've seen my playlist. I'm just going to put a link to it now if I can find it. Oh, I can hear myself there. That's slightly weird. My channel. Playlists. Here we go. Yeah, if you watch my playlist, you can see exactly the progress I made with my site, how long it took to get ranked, how much money it's making, all that kind of stuff. Pete asks, how do you generally decide on which market to focus on? UK or US? Will it generally be US due to the bigger market? I've gone US last couple of times because, yeah, for that reason, I think it's a bigger market. But then in hindsight, I've also thought maybe I should have done UK because I'm in the UK. I can write better in English rather than American English. And, you know, in terms of products and that, it's just easier. But I don't know. And obviously some niches are going to be more specific to different countries. It's a good question, and I'm not really sure if I have the answer. If anyone else has any ideas on how you pick which territory to get into, then give me a clue, because I'm never too sure on that one myself. What do I think of AAWP, which I think is the Amazon affiliate plugin? I've never used it. Genius Link I've never used either, so I couldn't possibly comment. Oh yeah, O2 HUD yeah, your keywords everywhere doesn't work in incognito mode. So you might best just to log out of Google if you want to get accurate results. It doesn't really matter too much if you're using keywords everywhere. It does matter. Incognito mode is a better thing to do if you're looking at the Google results on their own. Keywords everywhere, then it doesn't really matter if you're logged into Google. Thank you, Josh. Great videos might be a little bit strong, but I think they're okay videos, some of them. Pete Winter, did I miss your question? Oh yeah, I think I answered your question. Bayon says, what do you think about enabling AMP feature on niche sites? Have you tried it yet? Any SEO advantage? I've not tried it yet. I believe there is an SEO advantage to using advanced mobile pages, but I've not tried it myself. It's something I need to do. Visit retrosetup.com says, do you use one link? Yes, I do. Doesn't always work that well because often the products are not, there isn't the same products on the US as on the UK. Fitness Connect says, are YouTube videos effective channel for affiliates? Yes, they certainly are. Blogs still do the job too. I think a combination of two works fantastically. Scott says, yeah, why not just target the US and incorporate Amazon one link to get sales in other countries? That's a good point. Okay, let's do some site links, shall we? Site links? Site reviews, what am I talking about? So the first one we got, let me just get my notes sorted so I can find the list. Just a little fade for a second. Cool, I'm a bit big there. Right, so here we go. So the first site we're looking at tonight is this one, which when I first saw it, it's interesting for a couple of reasons actually. Let me put it up so we can have a look together. Okay. In fact, let me get rid of me. I don't need me up there, do we? So yeah, here we go. It's Eulogy for Life. Very interesting niche. I've not seen this niche before. And we've seen quite a few sites on it, haven't we? So I thought it was a very interesting niche because, yeah, I haven't seen it before. So that's either a good thing or a bad thing, isn't it? If there's no competition, that could mean that there's no demand, but I think it could be a good thing. The other thing I was intrigued of was that it was an Australian site, and I didn't even think that there was an Amazon in Australia, but it turns out it looks like there is. So it's obviously a WooZone site. It's running the, what's it running? Let's have a look. Divi theme, which if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I'm not a big fan of Divi, but it looks quite nice here. And yeah, I mean, it's got a great look and feel. It's a bit of a sensitive subject, isn't it? But, you know, there's tons of content I'm sure that you can write, like how to use the best cremation, earn colour, how to grieve the loss of a pet dog, successful grief. Let's have a look at the blog. Dave, thank you for signing up with A2. I think you must have used my link because I did see an A2 commission come in the other day, so very grateful for that. Thank you. Yeah, I like A2. I like A2 and SiteGround. I think there's not a lot between them. And I wasn't aware that, I mean, these articles look good. Jewelry earns. I mean, the articles look good, and it looks like you've even... Did you do these pictures yourself? I don't know. This site was sent in by Jules. Jules, are you on now? If you are, make yourself known in the chat. But yeah, these look like proper articles that you've done yourself. I say it's obviously a sensitive subject, but interesting niche because I've not seen it before, and I think, yeah, definitely some potential. In terms of the products, again, I wasn't even aware that these products were on Amazon, but, you know, everything's on Amazon at the end of the day, isn't it, I suppose? Like, I mean, that is depressing, isn't it? But, you know, people do need them. And they're quite expensive, some of them, aren't they? Thank you, Dave. I really appreciate you using my links. It does help me pay the bills. So yeah, I love the site. You've obviously signed up as an affiliate for pretty much every Amazon that's available, and these products seem to be in stock in every single Amazon. I mean, we could just test it out. Should we test it out? I'm going to go UK. Order myself an urn. I've got the tick there. I would, on the checkout here, I would make this page full width. That's my one comment on that. So just go into the cart page and set the page template to full width. You don't need this. And when they're in the cart, you don't really want them to go anywhere else. You want them just to get over to Amazon and get cookied. It's unavailable. That is the problem with all these different countries. I've noticed that a lot. That I don't know why WooZone is giving a tick on that either. Never mind. Nice site. What do you guys think about this site? In terms of my other comments, I mean, I don't know if there's much more to say. These Amazon titles are probably a bit long. So, I mean, if you can be bothered, you could tidy them up. Keep going with your blog and let me know how it goes. I see you've set up a US site as well. Wow. You are going to be busy. Let me just do a quick few questions that I've missed. She says, when you do your keyword research, how do you decide which keywords you want? I just make a big list and then just pick out the ones that I think look the best. I don't really go by volume or competition or anything like that. I mean, if you wanted to prioritize in any sort of way, then you might want to run them through the keyword golden ratio, which I've got a full playlist on the channel. Just go to the channel and search for keyword golden ratio. You'll find it. It's Doug Cunnington's formula. It will give you some numbers that you can then order your articles and work through them that way. Wayne says, how do buyer articles rank compared to informational articles? I think they both can rank well. It really depends on the keyword. The thing I like about buyer articles is that the person visiting the site to read that article is more likely to buy something. So you're more likely to get your Amazon commission. However, I know that Income School now focus pretty much solely on informational articles, and they generate the majority of their income through advertising. So then it doesn't matter so much if you've got buyers or if you haven't, because you just want eyeballs looking at your site. So Mark says, is it TSO that has created problems with your emails? Yes, it is, Mark. They've been rubbish the last few weeks, haven't they? They still haven't resolved my ticket on the email problems either. So I'm kind of at a loss with them. I used to love TSO Host. I did. They're like my first hosting company. I thought they were amazing. I had reseller hosting with them. They were lightning fast. I was reselling hosting. It was fine. Fantastic support. Then, like all of these things, they get bigger and bigger, and then they get, swallowed up by an even bigger company. All the original people leave because they're all millionaires now, and then the service just goes. So yeah, if you go back to some of my really early videos, I did used to recommend TSO hosts, and in fact I still get affiliate commissions for TSO hosts from those other videos, but nowadays I would not recommend them because they've been rubbish. Auntie says, are you still cooking if the product isn't available? Yeah, I think so. Josh says, what's your preference on shop type affiliate sites versus linking in reviews and top lists? Well, I think it really depends on how much work you want to put in. The great thing about the shop type sites are you can just load them up with products and you will get some commission, small amounts of commission. And if you did a little bit of link building, whatever, you'd probably get more. I've heard from a number of people that just do that. They create these kind of sites. They make sure that the products are updated automatically. They do a little bit of social media link building, that kind of thing, and the sites then just they run and they can generate maybe $100-ish, pounds a month. So you set up 10 or 20 of them, 30 of them, and you've got a reasonable income coming in. That's quite a lot of sites to look after though. I've got a video on that very question. Let me find it and I'll put it in the chat. Whereas with the blog type sites, you have to create content and that, but from my experience, the blog type sites do generate more income. Just find my video on that. I can't remember what I said in the video, but probably something very similar to what I've just said now. Here we go. Sam said a few years ago he did most of the casket artwork for Costco. Pete Winter says, I'm surprised they went for an Australian domain if it's a global site. Yeah, they obviously thought about focusing in Australia. And then they've thought about, well, maybe we'll set up the US site, so they've got the two there. But you say probably it's better maybe just to focus on the US site and then using WooZone, you've linked everything else together anyway. When you selected the country, how do we do that? Is that a plugin? Yeah, that's the WooZone plugin there. If you fill in all the different IDs, then you get that selector box. Thank you all for the thumbs up. If you would like to do a thumbs up, then I'm very grateful for a thumbs up. Zebandit says, do you have a video showing us how to connect different Amazon markets? Yeah, I do. I've got a video on one link, which is the Amazon way of doing it. Of course, you can just use WooZone, which is like this site. I swear, literally, you just install WooZone, you sign up at Amazon.com and at Amazon.com.au and Amazon.fr, all the Amazons you want to, and each of them will give you an ID, and then you literally just put them IDs within the settings. What plugin do you need to download on mass other affiliate products other than Amazon? Content Egg, I think, will do that. Scott, have you tried? Scott says, have you tried Cloudflare? I sped up my site 30%. Yeah, I do use Cloudflare. I need to check it actually. If Phil's still there. I noticed WP Eagle is still a bit slow. I don't know if it's Cloudflare or something, or it's just me, but when I log into the admin area, it does seem a little bit slow. Carl says 54 people watching. Great to see. Yeah, it is. We've had a peak viewership of 60 people this evening, so that's fantastic. Riddle says KW Finder is the best extension. Anyway, let's do one more site review, shall we? This one's from Lynn. And she says, I know it's basic, but I don't know how to move on from where I'm at, so I haven't touched it for nearly 2 weeks. I think I should add more affiliate links, but now think I've chosen the right niche. Or not chosen the right niche, I'm stuck on what to do with it. Let's have a look. The site is this one. which again I think is an interesting niche. I'm not sure if it falls into the medical niche, which can make ranking a little bit more tricky, but not impossible. Thank you, Phil. I should have just probably emailed you that, shouldn't I? But I tend to say what I think when I think it, otherwise I forget it. So, beyond hair loss. Empower yourself to overcome. So, she's a little bit stuck. Ooh. On what to do with the site. Now, it's obviously like a blog site. There's no no products, no woo zone. The theme is trend blog. My first comment is this top area is probably too big. Probably too big because you do have to scroll down to get to the content. So I'd make that smaller. And I don't know what this guy is doing. I don't want to ask really, but I'm not sure if that's a great picture either. A bald head might be better, or even a man with a full head of hair so that you can aspire to be with like him. I'll come to your questions again in a minute in the chat. Let's try and stay on track. So Lynn, basically all you need to do is write more content. Basically with a site like this, it's just going to be lots and lots of content. I don't know how you're doing your research or whatever, but you're going to need to do similar things to what I just mentioned. So let's just can't spell. Look, there's some questions coming up there. It's going to be they're going to be lots of response type things, and it is coming up as a medical condition, so that could be a trouble. But there is a lot of searches, like 1,000, 2,900 a month on these ones. My hair is falling out like crazy. 140 people a month type that in. That seems unlikely. But why is my hair not growing, falling out? You know, you need to do this. Probably something like Answer the Public will also work really well for this niche. Oh, Carl has just piped up there. He said something that you're not going to want to hear, Lynn. Now, Carl, those of you that know, Carl has been in the affiliate marketing game for a while, and he's getting some great success with a number of sites. But he has just said in the chat room that he tried the hair loss niche. It was one of his first niches or niches, if you're American, that he got into, and it was too hard. That is my gut feeling with this, that it's going to be very, very competitive. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's a medical niche. It's got loads of competition. On the other hand, Phil says, embrace hair loss. Women love it. There you go. He should know. He's a bald man and he's surrounded by women. I don't know, but there is a ton of stuff that you can write about. But if you're not a doctor, is Google gonna give you much ranking? I don't know. Lynn, yeah, Phil is going along. I think hair loss probably is a medical thing, isn't it? It's got to be. So sometimes you do have to cut your losses, and maybe your niche is going to be too hard, too much work. So maybe back to the drawing board on choosing a niche. A niche. I don't know what I'm saying. The domain looks quite good though, so you can maybe just sell the domain, and with that money you could start something else. Carl, a question you asked earlier, I missed it. It says, can you do product reviews for customers similar to the roof box ones? For my customers, yeah, we can do product reviews. That's fine. Oh, sorry, Phil. The wife is listening. Yeah, he's not surrounded by women. Miriam says, how many articles do I need before starting the site? That was a question came up earlier. I'd say at least 10, 20, maybe 30. The more, the better. Lynn, you're there. Good to see you, Lynn. Sorry, I'm a bearer of bad news, but sometimes it is better to cut your losses now and move on. Carl says sell the site. Yeah, why not sell it or just sell domain? You can sell it on flipper.com, which is what a number of people are saying. Barry says, how about the furniture niche? Furniture niche, that sounds a bit broad. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up. You're fine. It's just unfortunately the wrong sort of niche. Good to have you on anyway. Yeah, it's at least 10 articles. Okay, well that's all the site reviews for today. We're going to go for another 15 minutes or so. Sorry, it's a few minutes late. Maybe we'll go for another 20 minutes. Why not? In the furniture niche, you'd probably want to go down a little bit. Like maybe let's have a look on Amazon. Let's see what we can find. Where would that be? In home and kitchen, would it be? Furniture. So yeah, you might want to just break into one of these like games and recreation room furniture. And then just drill into these for your articles. So it might be something like best TV stand. Here we go. Look, some ideas there for some content. I don't know, is it a TV stand furniture? I guess it is. It was the first thing I saw there. Fold in half tables with handle. So I think furniture could work, but you need to get specific. Yeah. Wow, Carl said he got up to 130 articles on his hair loss site. So what did you do with the hair loss site, Carl? Do tell. Oh, okay. I know which site you're talking about. The one down below. What are you talking about, Adil? I don't see one down below. You can monetize an informational article with ads. That's the best way to do it. Definitely. If you want me to do any more site reviews, you can just stick one in the chat now. I've got time for one more, maybe. Elliot says, anyone here need help creating a WordPress site, you can contact me. Not me, you can contact Elliot. Edward says, what are your thoughts about making affiliate commissions from other companies like Shopify? I think you should make affiliate commissions from as many companies as you possibly can. Do not just rely on Amazon, because I certainly don't. Their commission levels are very low in terms of their rates. And I think it's good to promote a range of merchants. Yes, but if you want to chat all this stuff with the rest of the guys, then do join us on Facebook. We're all in there and we're all chatting. I mean, these guys chat more than I do in there, so definitely get in there. I think it's time for a transition. No one's come forward with any more sites, so that's fine. I think a couple of site reviews is probably enough for most people. Shame about the hair loss, but hey. Transition. So, oh, have I got the chat over here? Yeah. Brian, hello Brian. I don't think I've said hello, have I? Scrolling back through, see if I missed anything in the chat room. I'm sure I have. Brian says, have you seen Woostify theme and AX card? I have not. What are they? Well, Carl, yeah, I mean, if are you not doing anything with Income School on that, Carl, in terms of a follow-up since they came to visit you, and you know how much more money and traffic you're getting since you implemented all their recommendations? If they're not doing it, then I'll do it. We can do a video. R7 says we need more thumbs up so I can buy some food for the kids. Unfortunately, I don't get paid for thumbs up, but yeah, they do make me feel good, so please do click the thumbs up. Pay for food, you just need to click on some of my links. Carl says he's been chatting with them, but he's got no plans yet. Fair enough. I think that'd make a great video. I'm sure everyone would be really interested to find out how it's all going and what kind of improvements you've been getting. The interesting thing with my Roofbox site is, so I've had a few links kind of built to me. There will be a full video on that shortly. I use the Hoff. And they have increased my domain ranking or rating in Ahrefs. It's kind of shot up, and all of the keywords that I want to rank for, I'm getting ranking for loads of them. So that's all good. But I say the sales and traffic are not coming. So I'm wondering, like we were talking about, I think it was last week or maybe the week before, seasonality in niches and how that can be probably an issue. I'm wondering, even though if I'm doing loads of work, traffic still isn't going up, it may just be because of the seasonality around roof boxes. I don't know. Carl says up for the video. Perfect. Let's talk. Thank you everyone for doing the thumbs up. Thank you, Stephanie, for encouraging everyone. Okay, Brian, I have not seen it. I'll maybe check it out if I get a moment. Carl uses the Hoff. He loves them. I do love them. I say, apart from my first order, the anchor text was wrong. That annoyed me, and they wouldn't change it. But that was my fault for placing orders late at night when I'm not concentrating and not paying attention probably. Hulkman says, using Hoff for guest posting, is that grey hat? No, don't think so. I mean, well, strictly speaking, yes, because doing any of that stuff where you're paying someone to create an article for you, I mean, and they do create some lovely guest posts. They do find some great established sites to get those guest posts on with good domain authority and all the rest of it. PageRank. Do we still use PageRank? I'm not sure. But yeah, is it grey hat? Yeah, probably. It probably is grey hat because I'm kind of manipulating. It's still not a 100% natural link. A natural link is where someone comes to my site reads one of my articles completely naturally and organically. They like the article, they go back to their blog or whatever, and then they link to the article. That's a 100% natural link, 100% white hat. If at any point you're paying someone or whatever, then it's kind of grey hat, I guess. I don't think there's anything to worry about because Google will never know, will they? And black hat, things like PBNs, that kind of stuff, that is blatantly black hat because you are doing that just to manipulate Google. It's difficult to kind of know where the line is. Hi Robert, how you doing? Phil says I've seen a big increase in traffic on sites I manage just by putting some basic technical SEO in place. Phil, do expand. What is the basic technical SEO? Helen is the best. What do I think about syndicate posts? So that is when someone takes a copy of some of your content and then puts it on their site like an exact copy? I don't see how that can add a lot of value, if I'm honest. Robert says, how can I contact you about business? You can contact me with the email that's up there. Is it up there? eagle@wpeagle.com. I should get that. Don't contact me through the website just yet because the form is not working. Also, my social media links are broken on the footer of your website. What do you mean? Let's have a quick look at that. But I hate a broken link. Okay, the YouTube one works, but you're right, the Facebook one doesn't work. How interesting! Thank you for pointing that out to me. I'll try. I neglect wpeagle.com a little bit, like all these things. I'm too busy working on everything else. I really should give it a bit more. I don't even know what that plugin is that I'm using down there for that one. Let's have a quick look. Anyway, if you just do a search on Facebook, you'll find me. Access Press Social Counter, that is. Maybe the plugin is like out of date or something, I don't know. I've got no idea what the settings are. So yeah, the Facebook, just do a search, you'll find it. Okay, I found it. Maybe I just entered my Facebook wrong. Twitter. Yeah, I think there's something wrong with this Facebook API or something. It's just the Facebook one that's broken. Thanks for pointing it out and completely distracting me from what we're doing. That's me. Mark J says, how do you feel about contests and giveaways? Have you done them effective? I think they're quite effective. I've not really done them. I should do some giveaways. Could do some giveaways of some merch. Okay, Carl, so you've been using the syndicate post. I mean, as I say, does that work? I mean, so there's basically just copies of your articles all around the web. I mean, is that not like duplicate content and stuff? I don't know. Rupert, you don't see the little thing up there. That's weird. Oh, the icons are broken visually. Okay. I don't know if that's just you, because everyone else, I think, I can see them. So Phil, here we go. Here's Phil's tips on his technical SEO that he's implementing and seen some fantastic results. So make sure your website redirects to the correct version. So make sure you're not running like a www and one without www, or you're not running a HTTPS and a HTTP. Make sure everything's pointing at the one. Good tip. Make sure you've got a favicon. A favicon does affect your SEO, because if you notice that Google have started showing favicons in the mobile search results, I think even in the desktop search results. Sometimes, not on that one. Make sure you add a robots.txt, a sitemap, the existence of an XML sitemap, which you can do with the Yoast SEO, an existence of a HTML sitemap, existence of a About Us page. Make sure that you've got a contact page. These are all SEO tips. Make sure technically you've got all these things that will help you on Google. You get your GDPR cookie policy pop up. Make sure the site is mobile friendly, the site is desktop friendly. Check for 301s. Make sure that your thank you page is not indexed, that the PDFs aren't indexed, that your date archives aren't indexed, and all that kind of. Wow, Phil, that's a good list there. And I'm thinking me and you could put together a fantastic bit of content on this. We should talk. I'll do a video on that, like 100. I don't know if it's 100, 50 things, SEO things, 50 quick SEO wins, or SEO quick wins. That sounds better, doesn't it? Something like that. And yeah, as Carl says, well done if you've just spat that list out after a few glasses of wine. Well done. Robert, I can have a look at your site. I don't see an email from you, but just put your site in the chat and we'll wrap up with that, if that's good. Okay, it doesn't count as duplicate content. Fine. The syndicated posts. Julio says this question may have not much relevance, but when having 6+ of your own websites, all those of customers, does it make sense to have all the websites in a reseller hosting? Probably. It just makes it easier to manage stuff. I find they have a good interface, reseller hosting, so it's very easy to create hosting accounts and manage them and all that stuff. Phil, let's talk about your technical SEO template off stream. Let's drop me an email, remind me. I'd love to have a look at that and rip it off into a video. And obviously give you a big mention and talk about your fantastic hosting in that video. Oh, Andy, you missed all the fun. You just got home now. Never mind, you can watch again. Oh, I nearly knocked the mic over. You can watch again straight after the stream. Robert, you don't. I've just received your email. Like, I guess you don't want me to review your site. But yeah, we can arrange a call sometime. That's fine. Okay. that's the end of this evening stream, or this morning stream, this afternoon stream, whatever time it is where you are. Casper, I've not used the Oxygen page builder. I don't have any thoughts on it, but I'm going to do a whole page builder video, I think, because I've got Brizzy that I need to check out, which looks fantastic. Beaver Builder I've not really spent much time with, and of course there's the wonderful Elemental, but maybe Oxygen page builder is one that I need to check out as well. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me this evening. I hope you enjoyed it. Sorry I was a little bit late at the beginning. I was rushing around and it took me a minute to find my feet. But I think we've had fun. I've had fun. Have you had fun? You found it useful? I have. Learned a few things. Always learn up some stuff talking to you guys. I will get that WooZone video up. I promise. Very, 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 very soon. So do keep an eye out for that. Thank you very much for the likes. If you did leave a like on the video, do appreciate it. No dislikes this evening, so no one is triggering me tonight. That's fine. But you know, I always expect one or two. And yeah, as Carl says, if you could leave some thumbs up, that'd be great. We're up to 27. And yeah, I'm glad that you guys enjoy spending your Wednesday with me. But on that note, I'll see you next week, all being well. Same time, same place. Thank you very much to all my admins, moderators, whatever you'd like to call them, the guys in blue in the chat. Always helpful, reminding me of questions and kicking out anyone that's being naughty. Not that we've had anyone tonight, but there was that one time with all those trolls. Do you remember it? That was bad. Anyway, so yeah, thank you, Carl and Helen, Stephanie. And the rest of you for joining us. Thank you, Stephanie. You're too kind. Of course, remember you can get some fantastic merch on wpeagle.com. Although I may not get the order email for a little while because I need to fix that right now. So yeah, I'll love you and leave you. I'll see you next time. I'm going to count down. However, the button is over here. So I'm going to just do one final transition, I think. Yeah. Oh, if I can figure out how to do it, which I can't. Here we go. Yeah, one final transition. I can do the countdown better here because the button is here. So I'll see you next week. 5, 4, 3, 2. Andy says it's going to be early next week. Don't be too early because I'm always late. 1. Have a great week. I'll see you. I'll see you next week. Now, where's that button gone? 2, 1. Bye bye.